Peace be with you. Dear friends, welcome to Living Flame Daily Gospel Reflections. Gospel Reflection for Saturday in the third week in the Ordinary Time. Gospel according to Mark chapter 4, verses 35 to 41. As we look at the text today, we find Jesus preaching and teaching on the waterfront. So many people had come to hear and see Jesus that he had to get in a boat and go out just a little so that everyone could see and hear what he was saying. When Jesus is done for the day, that is his preaching, he stays on the boat and they head to the other side, followed by several smaller boats. The text tells us that as they were crossing, a storm arose and started filling their boat with water. Some translations say that a storm with gale force winds came upon them. Now, a gale force is a tremendous force that can go about 30 and 60 miles per hour. Imagine what that would have been like for those men in that Galilean fishing boat. They were being tossed about and water was swamping them. Now, I don't rightly know exactly what the disciples did when the storm came, and the text doesn't say if they woke Jesus immediately or tried to ride it out. We know what would have been probably done if we had hit a storm and the boss was asleep. We can just see that in modern terms, we would have put a life jacket or starting to empty the water or try to create a situation where the boat may not sink. But we know that after exhausting all those efforts, we would have woken up someone who is very strong in our boat if that guy would sleep. Well, that's what the situation we find here. Exactly, we do not know what had happened. In our lives, dear friends, when we hit a storm and start sinking, we try to avoid those storms with our own efforts. But then do we get some help from some individual who is stronger than us? Of course, we try to do that when such a situation arises. And it is strange usually when the storms come, we ask, where is Jesus? Where is Jesus when we or a loved one gets diagnosed with a serious illness? Where is he when a loved one dies? Where is he when someone has a stroke or a heart attack? Where is Jesus when we have problems with our children? Where is Jesus when everywhere we look we see hate and violence? Where is Jesus during the storm? Doesn't he even care? Where is he then? Well, the answer is he is in the boat with you. He is right there, ready and willing to step in. When we cry out, don't you even care? He says, yes, I care. Be still. And the storms start to subside. Chaos begins to calm and our life begins to center. When you face the storms of life, Jesus is right there. He is bailing water with you. He is paddling with you. And when you just can't go on any longer and you realize that you can't do it alone and cry out as blind Bartimaeus did, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus stretches out his hand and says, peace be still, and storms will begin to subside. Dear friends, this gospel passage must enlighten us in some way to ask for help in our daily life, that is through our personal prayer. That's why Jesus said to his disciples, why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith? Even though they had witnessed all the great things Jesus had done and they were still afraid? They needed to hear his voice and see him take action. They were afraid even though Jesus was on board. When you realize Jesus is in the boat with you and you don't have to ride out the storm of life alone, it helps us not to fear them as much. What is required is always plead for help. When Jesus is with us, who can be against us? God bless you.